Welcome to OTC Online's Proctoring tutorial for instructors. We will learn the purpose of the proctored activity, submitting the proctored exam information and request form, examining the Blackboard test settings, and preparing students. If you have any questions, please send an email to online@otc.edu. Each online course at OTC requires one proctored assessment to increase the assurance of academic integrity. For a course to require more than one proctored activity, pre-approval must be granted by the College Director of OTC Online. This requirement means that students must take a designated assessment in the presence of an approved proctor who will verify their identity and monitor the completion of the assessment. Students may elect to complete their proctored assessment at an OTC location, all of which have approved proctors. Students may also arrange to take their proctored assessment at an approved off-campus location such as a public library, other college or university, a K-12 school district, or a military or government office. Relatives, direct supervisors, and clergy are examples of unacceptable proctors. Contact online@otc.edu for questions about approved proctors. From the OTC Online homepage, select Faculty Instructions. This will take you to the link for the proctored exam information and request form. When filling out this form, be sure to select New or Update. Per my example, you will give your first and last name as well as the course name, number, and section. Next, give contact information in case you need to be reached during the exam. Finally, give the exam availability dates, length of the test, and the password. There is a text box for instructions such as open notes, calculator, etc. When finished, please click on the Submit button. If you are a math instructor, you will submit this form for each exam. Check your test settings in Blackboard. In the drop-down menu to the right of where the test is loaded in the course, select Edit the Test options. To help eliminate problems that occur during testing, verify that the test is available to the students, multiple attempts is not selected, forced completion is not selected, set timer is selected and the time is set with the correct time allowed, 2 hours maximum for proctored exams. Display after and display until are selected with the correct dates and times. The proctoring period is a minimum 7-day window including a Saturday. Password is selected and the correct password is entered. One at a time is selected for presentation mode. Students who request off-campus proctoring will need you to be involved in the process. For on-campus proctoring, once students submit the request for on-campus proctoring exam form, testing service handles the scheduling. Students do not have to make an appointment if they will be taking their test on the main campus. To prepare yourself and your students for the proctored exam, the following needs to take place. Submit the proctored exam information and request form to OTC Testing Services by the end of the first week of classes. The exam does not have to be created at this time, but it should be prepared no later than 24 hours before the proctoring period. Make the proctored exam dates available to the students by the end of the first week of classes. Include a reminder announcement on your course site with the dates of the proctored exam window for your course, where the exam is located, and a link to the proctored exam FAQs. Include which assessment will be proctored for your course and the time frame for the assessment in your syllabus. Do not give a proctored exam password to students. Set a deadline for students to make arrangements at the appropriate testing location. If they are completing their proctored exam at the Springfield campus, they do not need to schedule an appointment. If they are completing their proctored exam at Richwood Valley, Waynesville, Lebanon, or Branson, they do need to schedule an appointment. If they plan to take the exam at an off-campus location, they will need to complete the off-campus proctoring arrangement form. Email testing services all required information at least 24 hours prior to the proctoring period. If exams require paper and pencil, all materials should be submitted 24 hours prior to the proctoring period. Provide off-campus proctors with all proctored exam materials and instructions at least 24 hours prior to the exam time. With the exception of the Springfield campus location, students will need to schedule an appointment if they plan to take the exam on campus. The Springfield campus operates on a walk-in basis and does not require an appointment. If students are scheduling an appointment at an off-campus location, they will need to complete the request for off-campus proctored exam form. Once completed, they will send this form to their instructor. Upon approval, the instructor will communicate with the selected proctor. The proctors should have all the necessary materials when the students arrive for the assessment. If students have accommodations through Disability Support Services, they need to continue to schedule their appointments through that office. Mozilla Firefox seems to be the best browser to use. This concludes our proctoring tutorial. If you have any questions, please send an email to otconline@otc.edu.